Welcome to the Nutrigenomic Nation podcast with Brian Highfield, certified nutritionist, author, speaker, and founder of multiple successful companies in the health world. Brian is known for educating healthcare professionals and others on improving their health and their life through breakthroughs in nutrition, technology, and biochemistry. On the podcast, Brian interviews thought leaders in the world of nutrition and natural health. He and his guests share the secrets of a whole life natural approach to health and the life-altering results you can get by making easy changes to your diet and daily routine.
Well, welcome to another episode of Nutrigenomic Nation, where we talk about topics related to your genetic health. So today we have with us Bailey Vitek. Bailey is a natural health practitioner and aromatherapist. So welcome to the program, Bailey.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Sure. Hey, well, we want to get to know you a little bit. So can you tell us a little bit about your background and what made you want to get involved in healthcare?
Yeah, so my journey started about 10 years ago. I was a middle school going into high school girl wanting to play sports. And I just had this constant pain and no one could tell me why. I went to a handful of doctors and specialists, medical, physical therapy, the whole gambit. And I finally went into a naturopathic doctor's office. I didn't really know what a naturopathic doctor was, but I was just looking for answers. So I went in there and he kind of just explained how your whole body is attached and works together. And that if one thing's off, another thing is gonna, hurt or be in pain. And that really got me interested kind of in researching more about why I was feeling this way. He answered all my questions and I started to see results within the first 10 days of doing what he was recommending, which was amazing after so many years of just being in this constant pain and not being able to function. So I continued to research this whole other side of medicine and our bodies and was amazed. So I started down this road of wanting to be in it so I could help other people as well. I started as a nutrition major and then I switched over to the natural health practitioner world so that I could kind of follow in his footsteps because he inspired me so much. I ended up getting a job in his office so I could intern under him and learn more about what he does, and then saw a need for more in his office kind of like the oil side and the herb side of the natural world. And so that's kind of what sent me into the aromatherapy world as well.
Awesome. Well, talk a little bit about aromatherapy. Most people may not be familiar with it. Exactly what is it and how does that work?
So aromatherapy is the study of how we can use the oils in the world around us. So everything has an oil from trees. Fruit is one of the more common ones because they're so juicy. Leaves and stems of plants, and you get a different type of natural support and healing from those oils than just taking the herb in full by itself.
Okay.
And then with that, if you want to go into like the science of it all, they actually cross the blood-brain barrier in the body. And they're one of the few things that can, so they end up supporting the entire body within about 20 minutes.
Wow. So what type of afflictions can aromatherapy help with? What are people coming in with that you choose aromatherapy as a potential treatment?
Mainly people come in for more of the emotional side and helping to get support for those emotions from, depression to anxiety to just wanting to sleep better. But we've seen them help with things all from skincare to immune support. Gut health is a big one. With everything going on, with COVID-19, we've seen it help with the after effects of the taste and smell a lot has been the newest one that we've been seeing it used for.
So people actually kind of regaining their sense of taste and smell. Is that what you mean?
Yes. You can use them to like retrain your brain and create those new pathways for it.
Oh, that sounds great. So talk more about the essential oils part of it. Do they just apply to aromatherapy, or is there a whole broader spectrum for essential oils?
Mainly people will use just the oils, but you can also get products that have the oils in them. So using the diffuser for aromatic support instead of like candles. You can get supplements that are essential oil infused to get better use out of those supplements. We have entire lines of skincare and cleaning products also that have those oils in them.
Awesome. So, I mean, what was it about the essential oils and aromatherapy that really got you excited to use those in your practice?
I think that they are not talked about enough, which was one of them. I think it's kind of like a new up and coming part of this natural healthcare world. And I think that people are open to them if you explain that they work and like the science behind them, and not just go to Walmart and get them off the shelf, because those aren't going to work the same.
Yeah, a lot of people self-diagnose and just go to the grocery store to buy buy something cheap,
Yes.
right? And so they need some guidance there, right? And that's where the role that you fill in is to help them, guide them to the right products and the right methods. Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
Cool. So I know you are more of a recent graduate with your certification and working to be a naturopath. What are some things that you've discovered in your studies that you would think most people would be surprised by? What are some things about the naturopathic world that that most people just aren't aware of?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that once you are in the natural world or becoming a naturopath, that they don't think that you trust or recognize Western medicine. And that is one of the things, like, I want to make aware there's a time and a place for Western medicine. If my favorite example I use for people is, if you get in a massive car accident, like, don't call me, go to the ER. They're going to stitch you back together and help you. And so there is an aspect of having to rebuild your body and your immunity after that, which we can help with, but the doctors know what they're doing too.
Great stuff. Now, we'll talk a little bit more about the nutritional side of things. What are some of the things that you recommend just the average person do in terms of their diet?
Biggest thing is make sure you're drinking enough water. Water is amazing in the body. You want to make sure you're drinking half your body's weight in ounces a day of pure water. So tea and coffee don't count as your water. It just has to be your good, pure water. And we've seen a lot of people have clearer skin, better focus, and better overall digestion just from doing that one simple thing.
Wow. And what about on the food side? What are some foods that you recommend people to look for in the grocery store?
We always say that you want to shop the outside of the grocery store, so your produce and kind of your bulk section, none of the processed stuff in the aisles. And then you always want to eat your natural enzymes if you can. Our body doesn't produce enough enzymes anymore from the lack of nutrition in our body. So we try to eat either a papaya, a mango, or a pineapple at the end of every day, because those are your best natural enzymes you can get.
Wow, good stuff. So what, any other health recommendations? I mean, one of my favorite questions to ask guests is, if you had a microphone and you're talking to tens of thousands of people that are packed in a stadium, wanting to hear you and wanting to improve their health, what would you say to them?
So like I said, definitely water. Obviously 30 minutes of movement. I think when we say exercise daily, that scares people because they think that they have to go like to the gym and put in an hour and a half hard workout in the weight room and cardio. Simply walking around the block 4 times is going to get that lymph system moving, and that overall is going to improve your digestion and your immune system. Or just walking in circles in your living room if you live in an apartment. Any kind of movement, getting those valves in that system moving is going to do so great, especially coming into the winter months.
Awesome. Got great advice. So how can our audience learn more about you or get in touch with you if they have questions?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram. My handle is @SimpleEssentials, and it has 1 E.
Simple Essentials with 1 E. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. So our guest today has been Bailey Vitek, who is a natural health practitioner. And I hope our audience enjoyed our conversation with Bailey today, and we hope you join us next time when we talk about another topic related to your genetic health. Thank you so much for joining us today, Bailey.
Thank you.